everybody. Good evening. It's Fun with Brenda and Deemsie.
Yay!
Tonight we're going to go back to 1980. Now, again, we always try to stay with the fashions. In 1980, I was 7 months pregnant with my son. And this is the actual outfit that I did wear. And I was going, well, you wore heels underneath. It was. I probably wore the slippers then because the same thing. But in 1980,
Beautiful outfit, Brenda.
oh, thank you. It was in that box of stuff. But it's the only thing that fits me. And I was 7 months pregnant when I wore it in 1980. But in 1980, the fashions were rapidly changing, and they were more diverse than ever before. And due to an increased globalization of the world and pop cultural trends in fashion, fashion actually spread faster than ever and was more widespread. Changes in technology and the expansion of cable TV and networks like MTV and Nat TV movie and movie celebrities fashion was more accessible to the fans. Mm-hmm. And viewers had an increased obsession with celebrities' bought fashions. So it was in the foreground, and the fashions and styles during the decade represented more distinct groups than ever. In the past, there would usually be one or two predominant styles at the time, whereas in the 80s, several separate distinct groups of fashions were the trend.
Sure thing.
And they were all sharing the popularity at one time. Makeup and high heels were too contrived for the fashionable woman of 1963. Tweeds, mohair, leather, and furs were the rage. And you know that furs kill innocent animals. Expansion of wealth and yuppies and the media influence, MTV, and the emergence of shopping malls were all the major influences. And I actually bought this in the Cherry Hill Mall. At the time I lived in Cherry Hill, and we were going to go to an office party for Christmas. And being 7 months pregnant, I really needed to find something that was good. So today, how many years ago? 80, 90, 2000, 40 years later, I still have the outfit. And again, I told you it was that old box I opened up. So that's about it for the fashion tonight. This is really the only one I could find from the 80s, a lot of it. But maybe if I open the rest of the boxes, I'll find some more.
Cool, maybe. And today is April 24th, Brenda.
Really?
Yeah. And
It's Friday, right?
Friday, April 24th. And in 1888, Eastman Kodak was founded by George Eastman. Who's seen film lately?
What?
Well, digital cameras have taken over.
Oh, yeah.
But remember, everything was Kodak in the 50s and 60s. Right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I remember when the digital came out, it just knocked film right out of it. Just
Sure it did.
out.
On this day in 1907, you know what opened?
What?
Hershey Park.
Oh my
Founded
gosh.
by Milton S. Hershey.
I don't know if I've ever been there.
For the exclusive use of his employees. I guess it didn't work out exactly like that.
No, I think it's pretty big now, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
I think I did go there one time years ago. That's where they make the chocolate, right?
And you go through the chocolate factory.
Oh, yes. I did go to Hershey Park, as a matter of fact. I went
You
to
can
Hershey.
smell it now.
I went with my friends from Australia, Karen and Stephen, when they came over with Paul Charles. They were doing their tour over here in the United States.
Mm.
They wanted to go to Hershey Park.
It makes it world famous, doesn't it? On this day in 1953, Winston Churchill was knighted, Sir Winston Churchill, by Queen Elizabeth II. And this fun fact, in 1969, Paul McCartney says there's no truth to the rumors that he is dead.
No, but you remember that? Paul's dead. Yeah. That was a big thing. And that we love the Beatles and the Stones and he liked the Monkees and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. All boring. You want to hear a fun fact? Fun fact, the tallest man ever recorded was an American giant named Robert Wadlaw. He was born in 1918 and he passed away in 1940. He was 8 feet 11 inches.
Almost as tall as Johnny.
And you shut up. This is why we can't be partners. My son is 7 feet. Yes. Yeah.
7 feet.
This guy was
Taller.
8 feet 11. That's not the same.
Today, with famous birthdays, one of my favorites, Shirley MacLaine, American actress, was born in Richmond, Virginia, in 1942. Barbara. There is only one Barbara.
Who's
Barbara
that?
Streisand.
Oh, yes, she was my favorite. Do you know that Barbara Streisand, and I read someplace, that she had different colored flowers outside every window so she could always have a visual expanse according to the color of that room? Isn't that cool?
That's
I would have
very
done that too.
design.
In this townhouse, though, all you get is trees, so we can't really do too well with that.
Oh, I know. In 1982, Kelly Clarkson, the first inaugural season winner of American Idol, was born in Fort Worth, Texas.
She was pretty good, wasn't she?
She was.
Do you know the oldest person ever to have lived, whose age could be authenticated, was a French woman named Jean Louise Calment?
Louis.
Louis. And do you know how old she was
I don't know, Brenda.
when she died? She was 122 years old. Don't take me that long. Dear God, 122, can you imagine?
Here's some of the things that occurred in 1980 in pop culture.
Johnny was born!
Yeah, Johnny was born.
My boy.
Rubik's Cube's debut. CNN was launched on June 1st.
Oh, but that's a lot of people would die without CNN. My ex-husband sits in front of that TV and watches CNN 24/7. Almost. A lot of times. He loves CNN. Right, Pete?
And U.S. defeated the Soviet Union in ice hockey, which was labeled the Miracle on Ice. And unfortunately, this day, that's when the world stood still. I really hate to mention this, but I just
Wait, back to the ice hockey. Wait, back to the ice hockey, though.
No.
Do you know my nephew Josh, who plays ice hockey? Hey, Joshy. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Claire. I love you. Hi, Ryan. Yeah, Joshy plays ice hockey. You know, they won a championship for ice hockey. I put it on my Facebook.
It's true.
Yeah, go ahead, Deep.
It's true. It's okay. But in 1980, that's the year that John Lennon was shot to death, which was just so horrible, but so touching because people just poured out the love to him, and it was really, really very touching and wonderful.
It was a sad day in history.
It was a very sad day.
I have his picture. I do. Or else my ex-husband has it. But I did have a picture. If I can find it, I'll show you. I really do. John Wisner gave it to me. Go ahead, Deep.
I'm done with all my facts.
All right, want to hear a joke?
Yes.
Okay, you know the punchline, so maybe you can help me with this.
Sure.
I waited and stayed up all night and tried to figure out where the sun was. I waited up and stayed all night and tried to figure out where the sun was.
You know what? Then it dawned on me. Oh.
You know, the trouble with me is I've been staying up all night long. Look at these bags.
As a matter of fact, the song we're going to sing has the words "all night long" in it.
Oh, get out of here. Really, I'm not done with the jokes yet.
Okay.
All right, but here's another one. What do you call an arrogant criminal going down the stairs?
Ooh. Wait until you hear this one. A condescending descending. That's so funny we forgot to laugh.
That was a good one. What do you call a bear without any teeth?
You ought to know this one right off the top of your head. A gummy bear.
Oh! Do you know that you can take some chocolates and melt them, and you put the gummy bears in, and they all melt, and then you roll them up, and they're little gummy chocolate balls. They're good. I made them before. Did I ever try? Oh, they were delicious.
They were delicious.
Oh, they were delicious.
They were for fun.
You can do a lot.
Delicious.
Anyway, and frozen, they're good too. I like gummy balls. All right, go ahead.
So we were talking about all night long. So
Okay.
today's song is a little ditty by AC/DC called "You Shook Me All Night Long."
Oh.
Can't imagine what that means, but it from the album Back in Black, the seventh album by the Australian rock band, and it was the first featuring Brian Johnson on the lead vocals after the unfortunate death of Bon Scott, their previous singer.
Horrible.
After the commercial breakthrough of 1979 of Highway to Hell, it was planning to record a follow-up album, but in February of 1980, Scott died. Instead of disbanding, they decided to continue. Thank you, Lord, that they did, because Brian Johnson is a great singer. The one thing I will say is Back in Black was produced by Robert Mutt Lang, who's produced so many things. I can't even imagine.
What's that
And
name?
you know how many albums this Back in Black sold?
No, I haven't.
Back in Black! It sold 50 million albums.
50
worldwide.
million?
So
Wow.
this is really a kind of a twisted love song. Very twisted, if you like that sort of thing. Here we go, AC/DC.
All right, here we go.
It takes a second to start.
And Deems is singing this himself.
Kick it. Queen of the Tambourine.
She was a fast machine. She gets a motor clean. She was the best damn woman I had ever seen. She had the size of eyes, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American thighs. Taking woman to share, done to fight for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. 'Cause the world was shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching. Waiting and you should be all night long. Yeah, you should be all night long. She's all time with the seduction line. She's one of a kind. She's just mine, oh mine. And I will go just on my call. Made a reality. Come back for more. Had to pull me down to take another round. Now I'm back in the range to take a my swing. 'Cause the world was shaking. Love was swinging. My mind was aching. We were making and you should be all night long. Yeah, you should be all night long. You knock me out, yeah, you should be all night long. You had me shaking and you should be all night long. They shook me. They took me. You had me singing and you should be all night long. Yeah, you should be all night long. Yeah, you should be all night long. You had me singing and you should be all night long. Yeah, you shook me. Yeah, you shook me. All night long.
Woo!
It's a gift to sound like
You
that.
beat it. You did great, Deems. Whoa.
Thank you very much.
You could have
I
shaken
can't
somebody
breathe
with
after
that.
that song.
Huh?
I can't breathe very well after that song.
Well, you should see me trying to wear this 1980s dress. They
I'm
can
glad
catch
you
your
didn't trip
phone.
over them big pamphlets, Brenda.
Well, guess what? They should be up a couple inches.
Oh, could
Makes
be.
me feel skinny.
Could be. I have to sit down.
You really rock that
Thank you
tonight.
very much.
You're welcome.
In keeping with our tradition of this show,
Okay, this is for you, Claire Bear.
that's
and
right,
for my
Claire
nieces
is
and nephews.
always.
I love you guys.
We're gonna do a Raffi song because she
Oh,
loves
we
Raffi.
love
Pretty much every
Raffi.
kid loves Raffi, and this one is called Baby Beluga.
Oh.
And it's a chill. It was on a. Hey, you know what's on
What's
about
that?
this
What?
that I just realized and I didn't know?
What didn't you know?
It was released in what year? 1980.
1980.
I didn't even realize that.
And-
the album begins with the sound
And what
of
was
whales.
what was 1980s? What was 1980?
Well, that was our.
When Johnny was born.
Oh, when Johnny was born.
Yay! I'm old.
Yay, Johnny!
Happy birthday, Johnny. Love you.
Yay, Johnny! Yay! Wait, I'm getting ready here.
All right,
I'm
get
not
ready.
making anything
I'm
weird
just
happen.
killing airtime till we get ready, guys.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
Whoa. Wow.
We don't get this ready.
There's the whale now. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea, swim so wild and swim so free. Heaven above and the sea below. Then a little whale on the go. Baby beluga, baby beluga. Is the water warm? Is your mama home? You so happy. Way down yonder where the dolphins play. There they dive and splash all day. The waves boy, the waves roll out. See the water squirting out of her spot. Baby beluga, oh baby beluga. Sing your little song, sing for your friends. We like to hear you.
La 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 la.
Baby beluga, oh baby beluga. Sing your little song, sing for all your friends. We like to hear you. When it's dark and you're home and fed, curl up snug in your water bed. Moon is shining and the stars are out. Good night, little whale, good night. Baby beluga, oh baby beluga. With tomorrow's sun, another day's begun. You'll soon be waking. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea. Swim so wild and you swim so free. Heaven above, sea below, and the little white whale on the go. The little whale on the go.
All right, now, Claire Bear, that was for you, Evan, and all our little friends, and family and relatives, our little children. There's not many of you left. But now, we're going to sing a song for all of us. And Aunt Sandy has a poem that I'm going to read, but I have it on my phone, and I forgot to print it out.
Uh-oh.
So tomorrow, we're going to do some poems.
I think that's a great idea.
And my nephew wrote a poem book, Brennan. So I'm going to take a couple poems from his book along with our song. So are we ready for the Washi Washi song?
Okay, Google, help me wash my hands.
Wash, wash, wash your hands for 40 seconds, please. Soap will chase the germs away so you don't cough and sneeze. Lather up your hands about a half a minute more. Get in between each finger, you can never be too sure. Clean, clean, clean your hands, and if you're getting bored, remember, friend, that in the end, good health is your reward. Scrub, scrub, scrub your hands, you're almost there, hooray. Soap and water, lather up at least 5 times a day. Rinse, rinse, rinse your hands, just 5 more seconds now. We're having fun, we're almost done, now let's get you a towel.
Woo! Woo!
Well, good night, everybody. And thank you for joining us for, I guess, kind of comedy hour, huh?
Comedy, it's more like comedy 20 minutes. It's like, yeah, it ends up being like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. And we'll see you, when are we going to see them again?
Probably tomorrow for poetry Saturday.
Ooh. We'll see you then.
Maybe Brenda will read something she wrote. Or maybe I'll
No, they're not. I haven't got my copyrights back. I'm sorry. We can't do that
Lord.
stuff. I'm serious.
Okay.
All right. This thing has messed me up timeless. I love you guys. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye. Thanks for sharing 1980 and Johnny with me.